My name is Barabbas, Leasy, and this is my Unit 3 assignment. For this assignment, we're trying to see if there is a statistically significant difference in enrollment between three different places, three different schools. The first thing we're going to do is go to our data selection to actually select cases. From here, we're going to choose if condition and hit the if button. And what I'll do now is move the dependent variable over, which is enrollment. And from there, I'll type in the word and in parentheses, we'll add the three different regions that we'll be looking at, which will be region one, and we'll put equals one for region one, or region two, or region three. I'm sorry, five. Close parentheses. And these will be the three different regions we'll be looking at. I'll hit continue and OK. Okay, now we'll go to our data again, select cases. I'll choose the if group. And now I'm going to put region over here because it's the independent or the factor for this. And I'll type in region equals one for region one. Continue. Okay. Now we're going to analyze this region as we'll do all descriptive statistics, frequencies. I'll move the dependent variable over, which is enrollment. We're going to click on charts. And we're going to choose the histogram. And we want to see if there's a normal bell-shaped curve. So we hit OK or continue and OK. So we can look at the distribution. We can see they're in number 72, which is above 30, which is great. And this is a picture of the histogram, and we can see there is a normal bell-shaped curve. So now we'll go back and do the same thing with region 5. Select cases, if, change this to 2. We'll analyze this, region 2. Okay. And for region 2, we see the number 66. So the two end values are not the same, but we still can look down and see there's the normal bell-shaped curve. And then we'll go to our last region, region 5. We'll analyze the data from that. And the end value is 23, which is less than 30. So we violated one of our rules already. And you can see this doesn't look to be the normal bell-shaped curve that we were looking for. So the next thing we'll do is we'll check the homogeneity of variance. And we'll do that by going to data, select cases. We're going to choose all cases. We're going to analyze to compare the means using the one-way ANOVA. And from there, we're going to move our dependent variable, which is enrollment, over. And we'll move the factor for the independent variable, which are the regions. We'll click on post hoc test. And from here, we would normally use 2key if all three n values were the same, but they're not. So we're going to use a SIDAC. Continue and OK. And we get our one-way ANOVA. We can see that the significance between the groups is P is less than 0.001. And we can see the F value is 5.052. The effect size, and you get the comparisons. Next thing we're going to do is look at the Shapiro-Wilks test. So we'll go back to analyze descriptive statistics, explore. The dependent value is going to be the enrollment, and the region is going to be the factor. We'll go to options, and we're going to choose exclude cases list-wise. We'll go to plots. We'll choose the histogram with normality, plots with tests. And you see the comparison of all of the n values. And of course, region 5 is at 23, which is less than our 30. We'll scroll on down, and we'll see the Shapiro-Wilk test here. And a region 5, of course, is at 0.088, which is greater than 0.05. So we know that there is a significant difference in region 5 and the other regions. The last thing we'll do is look at the Levine's test. So we'll go back to analyze, compare means. We'll do the one-way ANOVA. We'll choose options and use the homogeneity of variance. As you can see, the Levine statistic based on the mean is P is less than 0.001. So the first part of this activity was filtered the data to only include regions 1, 2, and 5, then checked assumptions. The Shapiro-Wilks test shows a significance of 0.088. Since this is greater than 0.05, the data is not normal. The Levine's test for homogeneity shows a significance of P is less than 0.001, so equal variances are not assumed. I will proceed with the ANOVA. I went on to part 2, which is there is a significant difference in enrollment between the regions. In APA style, I'll report this as F parentheses DF1, comma DF2 equals the F value, and P equals the P minus value, comma n squared equals value. And since P is less than 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis that there is no statistically significant difference between them all. And the eta squared is 0.268, which indicates a large effect size, meaning the difference is significant.